It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Barraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, et par Bruce Power, and by Bruce Power.
CBC and the 2024 Bruce Power U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship from the Vaso's Field in Oshawa, Ontario. This is Derek Lindeman along with Matty Ma as we get set to bring you today's matchup between the 6th seed, the OUA finalists, York Lions, and the number 3 seed, your AUS champions, the StFX X-Men.
When we come back, it's opening kickoff as York faces StFX in quarterfinal number 1 here at Vaso's Field. Live from Oshawa, you're watching U Sports on CBC. In the bracket here, we have StFX and York, who will be the winner of this game will be playing the winner of Montreal and Mount Royal. Later today, we see the other side of the bracket with UBC and UNB. Also, Ontario Tech, our hosts, taking on McGill.
And later this morning, coming up or later this afternoon at 1:30, we're going to see the Montreal Caravan take on the Mount Royal Cougars. As we take a look at our head-to-head matchup for this morning's game, it's the York Lions and the StFX X-Men, both coming in with identical 8-1-3 records. Unfortunately for the York Lions, they did lose one game in the postseason as they fell in the OUA Championship, a tight 2-1 victory right here against the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks. Pretty even stat-wise. Both giving up equal goals, 37 for the X-Men compared to one less for the York Lions. Both scoring 10 goals in that regular season. So a really evenly matchup on paper. But it's interesting to see experience really coming into effect as StFX been here for the last 2 years. A packed house here at the Vaso's Field in Oshawa, standing room only, as the York University really coming down with a couple fan buses here to really pack that crowd for a great experience as we get set for the first quarterfinal.
Live from Oshawa, you're watching U Sports on CBC.
Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Nuclear power is lighting the path to the future. A future where clean, reliable electricity meets rising energy needs. A future with a prosperous economy founded on job growth. A future where new medical isotopes triumph over disease. For decades, Bruce Power has provided clean, reliable energy to Ontario and cancer-fighting isotopes across the globe, and will continue to play a vital role in powering a clean economy for the next generation.
Nicotine addiction sneaks up on you. Beware.
Make some noise for your Ontario Tech. Falling everywhere, what? Fearing the regrets, what? Knocking out the bands, yeah. Blocking up the rest. I am a Ridgeback. If you're a Ridgeback, make some falling everywhere, what? Fearing the regrets, what? Knocking out the bands, yeah. Blocking up the
all the goals,
That is a worldie!
all the drama.
That is absolute chaos!
It all leads to this.
Are you kidding me?
The Canadian Premier League Final, Saturday at 3 Eastern.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Nuclear power is lighting the path to the future. A future where clean, reliable electricity meets rising energy needs. A future with a prosperous economy founded on job growth. A future where new medical isotopes triumph over disease. For decades, Bruce Power has provided clean, reliable energy to Ontario and cancer-fighting isotopes across the globe, and will continue to play a vital role in powering a clean economy for the next generation.
Sports on CBC as we get ready for quarterfinal number 1 between the 6 seed York Lions and the number 3 seed the StFX Axemen. My name's Derek Lindman. I'm pleased to be joined by Maddie Ma. Maddie, a player with the University of Toronto Varsity Blues. Unfortunately, you didn't get to the national championships, but this is good. And what can we expect out on the field today?
It's a pretty tight matchup. We have York and StFX. York is coming in with the Player of the Year as well as the Rookie of the Year for U Sports. We also have the StFX Axemen with 3 All-Canadians. We have a first-team All-Canadian and second-team All-Canadian as well. 2 first-team Canadians, rather. So looking forward to see what happens here on the field.
Let's take a look at the starting 11 today. For the X-Men, you have number 4, Ethan Larson. Number 5, Luke Green. Number 7, Logan Rick. Number 8, Charlie Waters. Number 9, Isaac Van Wychen. Number 10, Kyle Cordero. Number 15, Damian Detecker. Number 19, Samuel Barrelkoff. Number 16, Max Bodertha. Number 26, Max Cameron. And the keeper for the X-Men today is number 34, Samuel Diltz. And for the York Lions, you're going to get to see that player of the year, U Sports Player of the Year, Christian Zapiera. alongside number 3, Gianluca Condello, number 4, Calvin Ramirez, number 5, Matthew Midorso, number 11, Ryan Robinson, number 13, Luca Acetola. There's a quick look at our player to watch. That's Christian Zeppieri. He was the U Sports Player of the Year this year. He recorded 9 goals for the York Lions. 7 of those goals came over a 4-game span, in which saw him pick up a hat trick. As we're opening here, minutes into this contest, it's the York Lions that will start with the ball as they are defending the goal to our right, wearing the white kits with the red lettering, and the StFX X-Men will be going left to right in their blue kits with the white lettering and numbering as play on the far side in front of this packed house. And let's run down 4 officials for this game. Our center referee is Robert DeLacio. Our first AR, Iray Dimitris, Cody Baldoff, and our 4th official running the near sideline, Nico Janaski. Our 4 officials for this morning's contest. A very sunny day, Maddie. Not much to talk about for the weather.
No, great day for some soccer.
Right now it's currently 10 degrees. Not really much wind down on the pitch. We've had a chance to really take a walk out on the pitch, and this turf is in perfect condition. StFX trying to play the ball long as they send it down the right side, and it will be just pounds for a StFX throw-in. First really offensive attack for either team. Throwing the ball in, that will be Ethan Larson. Quick run, and it'll be shielded. It will go out of bounds behind the goal line for a goal kick early on. Still looking to see. Ball is played in as the York Lions will just slowly move it up, trying to set things up here. What can we expect for a York Lions team? They're coming in, sitting in the 6th seat, looking against a more experienced team such as the StFX X-Men.
York is coming off their loss in the final to Ontario Tech, but finished the season off on strong. Great record coming into nationals.
That's Robinson working the near side, and StFX will concede a throw-in deep inside their own territory, 10 yards up from the end line. As York trying to apply some pressure on the StFX X-Men, who are the reigning OUS champions. A rematch of last year's consolation finals that saw the York Lions defeat the X-Men by a score of 3-1. So the X-Men trying to get a little revenge here in this quarterfinal matchup. They kick off the 24 portion of the U Sports Championships from Oshawa. Great facility here. Lots of activity going on in the city so far, as we've already just played 3 minutes. And really, neither team really with a threatening offensive attack yet. A free kick will be given for that foul.
This has got to feel like a little bit of a home game for York here with all their fans in the stands. The school sent over a bus. You can really tell they're here bringing the atmosphere.
An atmosphere, such a big thing of U Sports. As a player down on the pitch, can you really get a sense for how the activity is in the stands?
Absolutely. It brings so much energy, and it helps you push that little bit more when things start to get tough.
The York Lions going to need some of that as we some physicality, and the official just saying play on it. There was nothing there. So the StFX will just take over and slowly play the ball up from the back line as they bring it outside. Intercepted by the Lions as they try and create something here offensively, and it's just cleared away by StFX as a couple more players. And really unfamiliarity with these two teams. Yes, there's a lot of video that teams get to watch, but it's not the same as getting an opportunity to face these teams every year. And we're going to see a foul called, and that's going to give the York Lions a free kick. And this is going to be a dangerous attack. What do you look for on these free kicks from just inside the half?
I think a lot of times teams do look to just keep possession, as we see York do here. Not necessarily a threatening spot, but who knows, we might see them go for it a little bit later.
York just looking to see how they can move things up as it's played down the left side. That's Robinson trying to get the corner. He gets inside the box. First big opportunity, big save there by Diltz. And finally, York opens up the scoring. It's 5:25 gone, and the York Lions get on the board. It's Hugo Brook with the opening tally.
Wow. And just like we said, looking to keep possession there off the free kick. Really great play. Cut back into the box from the left side of the field. Almost didn't finish it off that first cross, but the rebound made no mistake there.
Great first, really offensive attack for either team. And it's the York Lions, the lower seed, going out to a quick lead. We've just gone over the 6-minute mark, and the Lions already on top by a score of 1-0, as now StFX going to have to play from behind. As they move it, they will get it into the box, and it's cleared out of play by the Lions defending line. As the StFX trying to counter already early on here.
It'll be interesting to see how York manage the rest of the game here, being up so early.
And that's always the story as they play it back to their goaltender. As it's cleared out. Carbone, the goaltender, the fourth-year student out of Woodbridge, Ontario, getting the start for the York Lions. As the ball turned over, Carbone getting into 11 games in the regular season, giving up 7 goals against with a 3-0 record as the battle just below us ensues as it's taken away by Robinson. Robinson looking to set something up. Plays it off there to Gill, looking for a through ball, but it's intercepted by the center back Green, and the X-Men will just clear it away to the Lions' half of the field. York looking to counter again. This is Robinson. Robinson looking to see if he can get something as it's cleared. It'll go out of bounds, and we're going to get our first corner kick. The York Lions will take the corner from the near side.
York's goal scorer Yigal Brook finished the season with 8 goals and 3 assists, getting off to a quick start here at Nationals.
It's Ryan Robinson that will come over to take the corner kick. The freshman out of Hamilton has yet to decide what he's going to major in at York. Well prepared to take it. The right foot naturally should curl in towards. It's headed by the Lions player, and it will go out of bounds for a goal kick. A great look there on the corner. Unfortunately, just going off the side of the head of, that is Asatola that got his head on it. As StFX will play it short. You can see the York Lion coach asking for some pressure as they will concede the throw in. That is head coach Carmine Isako. This is his 11th trip to the national tournament, capturing 4 titles with the York Lions. Those coming back in 08, 10, 14, and 15. And also 6-time OUA championships won by Isako as a really medal coach leading this York Lions team as it's played all the way back to Carbone. Long play up onto the other side of half as the Lions trying to get something going again here. As they'll just regroup and see if they can change the flow of the game moving moving it to the opposite side of the field. York with a lot of pressure here in this first half, and we have a play, the fans wanting that goal kick and not getting it, but the play is still going, and finally diving on top of it is Diltz. And we're getting the fans really into this early on, as you can hear them loud from across the field on the far side of this pitch.
Wow.
Most of them here in support of this York Lions team. A couple buses, as you said, Maddie, getting organized to come here for the short trip. It's about, 45 minutes to Oshawa from York University?
Yeah, just about, and it looks like they've all showed up for them.
The York Lions mascot over there in the crowd, ensuring that the York faithful enjoying the day here, such as we are in this bright sun that's on the Oshawa field. As a free kick will be awarded to the York Lions, as they will play the short ball and look to play it to the near side. York going to work this left side. That's Robinson again with it. Robinson moving to the right, crosses it to the far side as it's brought down by Spittle. Spittle crossing it over, can't enter the box as it's cleared away by the X-Men. York still with some pressure in the first half here, as we're just gone over the 11-minute mark. And the York Lions, with 2 shots on goal, have capitalized on one here and have that 1-0 lead on a goal by Yigal Brook. As York not allowing really the X-Men to get out of their half of the field. Asatola with it, looking to make that cross. He can't, as it gets it back. Finally, it's going to be cleared, and the X-Men trying to get it out. But York really doing some work. There's the player of the year, Zeppareri, with a great right kick, keeping that low on the field, forcing Diltz to make a big save.
U Sports on CBC has all the action of the 2024 BMO U Sports Women's Soccer Championship from Wickwire Pitch in Halifax. Catch exclusive coverage of the tournament from Dalhousie University. The 2024 BMO U Sports Women's Soccer Championship, November 7th to 10th, exclusive to U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Great job, and unfortunately, I'm a North Bay native with the Nipissing University. I cover a lot of their sports, and it was exciting to watch that women's team go on a good run. They lost in the U Sports or the OUA finals to the Ottawa Gee-Gees, but did get to go out to the U Sports finals representing the OUA as the finalists, and I'm going to be at my hotel room later to watch that quarterfinal action as they play later this evening. As the next game up here, the quarterfinal number 2 coming up at 1:30, we'll see the Montreal Caravan take on the Mount Royal Cougars. As we're just 13 minutes into this contest, and it's the York Lions on top by a score of 1-0. As the York Lions really controlling the play, dominating the first 13 minutes of play. StFX really hasn't got anything going yet so far, Maddie.
No, it seems like it's taking them a little bit to get comfortable. Not sure if it's nerves or what might be going on the field there, but York is really taking advantage of it. Right out of the gates, they've come out hard, applying lots of pressure on their back four.
It will be a throw-in on the far side for StFX. York Lions are staying at the same hotel as I did. I had a chance to sit with them and talk to a few of them during our breakfast, and they were really comfortable and relaxed, looking forward to a great day here on the pitch in Oshawa, as it will go out of bounds, but it will be a StFX ball. As a student athlete, Maddie, how important is it to fluctuate your athletics with your studies?
It's really important to be able to prioritize and find that balance, as we want to perform not only just on the field but also in the classroom, especially this time of year. The soccer season is so short and it's very condensed. So being able to still find time to focus on your studies, it's definitely not an easy feat, but we do see here both teams performing at their best at nationals, so props to them.
Yeah, a really short season. Regular season consists of anywhere from 10 to 12 games. I know both teams 8-1-3 playing 12 games in the regular season. You can afford to not pick up points when you have that availability, as it doesn't take long, and you can find yourself looking up in the standings. And both of these teams really getting off to hot starts. StFX not losing their game, the one game, as a collision in the box, and it will be a York corner kick coming up from the identical left side that we saw just a few minutes ago. And it was Cape Breton that defeated the StFX X-Men back on October 9th. A 2-1 victory there for Cape Breton, and that was really StFX's only loss of the season.
Yeah, we see the York bench appealing for another penalty kick. The referee isn't going to give it to them here, but we'll see if they capitalize on this corner kick.
Robinson delivering with that right foot, looking for the back post, and it was cleared away by StFX, but the Lions looking to get it back in. Robinson with the cross, looking for the head. It goes off of Brooke, who had the goal and unfortunately sends it sailing over the crossbar.
StFX here just trying to weather this storm. It's wave after wave from York.
There's a good look at the starting goaltender for StFX. That's Samuel Ditz, the fourth-year human kinetics student out of Newmarket, Ontario, getting kind of like a start in his hometown, even though it's just down the road a little bit. And the York Lions really playing great on that defensive line, controlling the ball as they look to send it through, but it's cleared away by StFX, and they'll just try and slow things down. As you said, weathering this storm early on, almost 17 minutes into this opening contest, and York with 3 shots on goal already, and StFX yet to register a shot on goal, but they got creating something here offensively. As they move the ball around, they're going to look to go back to their midfield. They'll regroup as it comes back to the back line. That's Bordertha swinging it to his partner in the center back position, Luke Green, and really couldn't get through that midfield of the Lions as they send a through ball. Coming out is Carbone, and he'll gather it up for a drop kick coming up, and he'll just roll it back into play as York trying to slow things down here. 17.5 gone here in this opening quarter of quarterfinal number 1, and a push from behind. A very obvious call there. Easy call for the official to make to give the free kick to York. They'll just play it in quickly as they move down the left side. Fidialjo to Robinson. He'll look to cross again as he's at the top of the box. In play, Robinson looking for a lane. Leaves it there for Asatola. York did not like what they saw, so they're just going to send it back and regroup and see if they can draw a new pitcher sent in, and that will be easily handled by Diltz.
Seeing a lot of Robinson on the ball here on that left side, looking to give service into the box for his teammates.
And yeah, York really using this left side of the pitch right down in front of us, and it will be interesting to see if StFX will counter that at all and try and overcompensate for what they have been shown so far by the York Lions. As it's cleared long to midfield, and the York Lions will play it down, but StFX will take over. They'll move the ball down the left side in front of the great audience that is here. It's crossed over to Rick. That shot blocked. He gets it back, and it will go out of play for the goal kick.
The best outdoor racers in Canada are in Kelowna, BC this weekend for the 2024 U Sports Cross Country Championships. Catch U Sports on CBC's exclusive live coverage, beginning with the men's 8-kilometer race at 3 p.m. Eastern, followed by the women's 8-kilometer race at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the 2024 U Sports Men's and Women's Cross Country Championships, exclusively on U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
StFX getting away with one there at the midfield as Brooke had his jersey pulled in the tug, allowing the ball to run free for StFX as they're going to try and counter here. Approaching the 20-minute mark. Little give and go did not work as the Lions intercepted, and that's Robinson again playing it down the left side, trying to get away to the top. He'll cross it, looking for the far post, and it's headed away by StFX, but pressure continuing for the York Lions. Spittle playing it back and trying to reset here for York. Another attack, bringing it in is Gill as they can't get in, looking for a call. No call going for StFX. There's a lot of physicality occurring in that box for both teams. As StFX will clear it, looking for a long run, looking for the head of Barrowcliff, and a foul will be called. It will be York Lions getting the third free kick of this half. Robinson has it, working that near side again, looking for that lane to cross. Crosses it with the left foot, cleared away by the head of DeDecker as York again with a dangerous look on goal. As we see a StFX player sliding, that's one thing I was talking to Maddie about is how slippery this turf can get. Even on a sunny day like today, that turf gets slick, and when you're trying to make those tight turns, quick stop and goes, it's really hard to find your footing sometimes as York playing the ball deep inside again. Looking to the top. StFX will take it away and really trying to get something going here as they've been neutralized so far for the first 21 minutes of this half. York will just clear it away from the top of the 18-yard box. All the way back inside, picked up there by Luke Green, one of the first All-Canadians on this StFX squad. As they look to play, not liking what they see, Green gets it back. He'll play a long ball, but it's gathered up by that back four of the Lions. Lions trying to work something on the near side again. Looking to trade sides, but it's taken away. It looked like the wind might have got a little bit of that ball as it's brought down. Spittle with it now as we'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a York throw-in.
CBC is your home for exclusive cover of the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2024 UTech and Mitchell Bulls Saturday, November 16th, and the 2024 Vanier Cup Championship game from Richardson Stadium in Kingston on November 23rd. The kickoff is at 1 p.m. on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
Vanier Cup, always a wonderful event. Had the opportunity to attend a couple games in the past, and it's just the atmosphere there is unbelievable, and it's great to see CBC involved covering all the sports for U Sports as the York Lions will get a throw-in deep inside StFX territory. Throw in, setting things up. York will get it in as they're going to try and take it down into the corner. Getting the corner, Robinson puts it on goal, and Dilts will gather that up for his third save of the game. He's been the busiest of the two keepers as he throws it out of bounds. I'm not sure exactly if I missed something there or if there was a York player down.
Credit to the StFX back line as the amount of service that York is getting into the box, so threatening every single time. But our back four here is making an impact on that first ball, doing a really great job.
Something that we missed, we saw here on the field, but might be missed at home. We saw the keeper for StFX throw the ball out thinking that the York Lion player was hurt. And York getting a throw-in, but right away giving the ball back to StFX. What does that mean in soccer lingo?
Great sportsmanship, first of all, but here on this field, we can see how much animosity is starting to brew with these two teams. It's a quarterfinal, do or die, but being able to take a second away from that and understand what that keeper was trying to do and give them the ball back, definitely commending both teams for those actions.
And that's something that gets overlooked, especially in the heated moments of sports. The national championships being one of those most heated moments, and just to see that sportsmanship that was developed there, as Robinson battling through a couple of hand checks, allowing play to go on as it's down the left side. Asatoa getting into the box area, and we're going to get an offside call there. That's going to be the first offside that we've seen called in this contest, as it will go against the Lions.
Yeah, for the most part here, head official is looking to let both teams play, but we're starting to see a few more calls.
Just over halfway through this opening 45. Now we're at the 25-minute mark. StFX still looking for their first shot on goal, as this might be a great opportunity. Barrowcliff has it just roll out of his grasp and into the hands of Carbone for the Lions, and it will go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Lions. James Fidalgo will take it, the freshman out of Maple, Ontario, studying commerce at York University. As they're really working the near side, that's the goal scorer, Brook. He leaves a nice little back touch for Robinson as he's trying to switch sides, looking for Spittle. As the Lions really applying some pressure and spending the majority of the half in this side of the field, as the Lions player goes down and play allowed to carry on before the whistle goes. We got a player down for each side, and it's going to be a free kick coming up for the StFX X-Men as we see the York Lion player going down, and as that play was allowed to continue on before the tie-up later on, which caused the free kick for the foul against the Lions. As play set to resume here, 27 minutes gone, and the York Lions really dominating this first half, and you can really tell by the sound coming from across the field from those York Lion faithful.
We haven't seen StFX in comfortable possession very much, and as soon as they're winning the ball, they look to go forward as quickly as possible.
And again, it doesn't matter how much tape you can watch on a team. Teams come out and play different against different opponents as the X-Men try to move it to the near side. Barrowcliff gives it off to Larson. Larson trying to get in, and a great slide tackle by the Lions, conceding the corner kick for StFX, and this will be StFX's first corner kick coming from this near side as they try and get something created here on the offensive.
The two top teams in Canadian football descend on Richardson Stadium in Kingston, Ontario on Saturday, November 23rd for the 2024 Vanier Cup Championship game. Tickets are selling fast, so scan the QR code on your screen or visit usportstickets.ca to guarantee your seat for the biggest university football game of the year. The 2024 Cup on November 23rd in Kingston. Chase the glory.
StFX getting their best offensive threat there off of the corner kick. Ball staying in the box for a short period of time before it's cleared over the crossbar, as York will take over with a goal kick. In customary, they play the short ball as the keeper allowed to walk it up the field. As they play keep, that's Carbone with it now. The Woodbridge native tries to play along up to the far side. Taken away by StFX, and we'll see if they can get some momentum going here off that last press, but York will clear the zone. Bruck with it. Moving it as some space opens up. Overrunning it on the far side was Spittle. As StFX trying to work the right side now. Making a couple moves through. Rick with it. He'll play with the left foot back to the middle. York Lions will converge on that ball and take it away. Nice little slide there by Green. StFX trying to counter. Van Wychen with it. Putting the through ball and the dive by the defender Ramirez, turning the X-Men away. Another shot. This time it was Goldstein from distance trying to send it on goal. It was blocked. And now it's the Lions on the counterattack. Robinson cutting to the middle. Swings it. It is blocked. The loose ball there picked up by Brook, and it will be cleared. StFX slowing things down here. Half an hour gone in this contest. And it's still 1-0 New York Lions lead on an early goal by Yigal Brook, scoring in the 5th minute, which gave the Lions that lead, and they've been pressing for a insurance marker ever since as it comes down the near side. Barrowcliff sends it back to Larson. Barrowcliff gets it again. Working. Larson trying to find a way to swing it into the box. Barrowcliff might see an opening. He sends it, but it goes off the side of the net, and it will be a goal kick. And we're going to get our first substitution of the match, as coming on is Fergus Hall, the 4th-year defender out of Campbell River, British Columbia, coming on for the X-Men, as he'll take the spot of Ethan Larson.
After scoring so early in the game, we really haven't seen York take their foot off the gas. They continue to apply pressure and look to break forward.
Brook gets taken down as play is allowed to continue. Nice job by Luke Green to slide and control that ball in that sliding position. Hall now with it, his first touch since coming into this contest, as the teams are allowed to make 6 in-game substitutions during the first 90 minutes of play and unlimited substitutions at the half. StFX using their first here to try and bring in a little bit of refreshment to this right side midfield. Waters, they're going to play it down the far side. Intercepted by York, looking for a through ball, but a great head there by Bodertha, stopping the advancement of the York Lions. Outside it comes. Barrowcliff sends it back to Fergus Hall. StFX trying to find a chink in the armor of the York Lions, but there's nothing there through 32 minutes of play. Here we go, maybe a first good look as that ball gathered up by Alicio Carbone. He's looked comfortable in goal for the Lions, as he'll just drop the ball before advancing it. Possession, a big part of this game. We see a lot of it where short movements, short passes, especially in the backcourt, trying to really see if they can see something developing in front of them.
We mentioned Robinson here on this left side for York, how much he's been on the ball. It seems as if Fergus Hall has come in to try and settle down that right side for StFX.
Barrowcliff making a run down the right side. Looking again to try and get it in. He will get it through, and it's taken away by the Lions as Charlie Waters was trying to get something going, and it will be throw in York. They'll elect to play it short as they work it up, trying to find Brook, who's on this right side. The overlap run by Robinson. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will still remain in the possession of the Lions. Robinson said his name quite a few times, and he'll draw the foul right at the midfield stripe for the Lions, getting awarded their 4th free kick of this half. The ball is set, and it will be played back to the keeper, Carbone. York will elect to move it up the right side of the pitch. Seen them quite often working this left side as they're going to try and bring it back now onto this side. Looking for the long ball, trying to find Robinson, making a long run, and it's cleared away by the head of Fergus Hall, right onto the foot of Asatola. Asatola slips. No foul called as he will look to the official as play is allowed to go on. StFX trying to counter here as they move the ball. Coming down the left side. Top of the box. Crossing it. Barrowcliff with it. Cleared away. And York will concede the corner. York trying to say it went out the side, but the AR right there awarding the free kick, and another substitution coming in for StFX as they're going to continue the subs on the back end as Nico Goldstein will come out of this contest, and he'll be replaced by Noah McIntyre, the third-year midfield out of Georgetown studying human kinetics for StFX. Enters the contest. The corner delivered, cleared away by York to the top of the box, and York will run out with the ball. On the far side, gathered up by Spittle. Through Zeppareri. Haven't really seen much of him, the player of the year in the U Sports. Spittle looking to make a cross, looking for Brook, and it will just roll right through the box to the near side. Asatola, he'll send it to the top of the 6-yard box. StFX does clear it away, and we'll try and counter here. York back in numbers as players collide. It looked like the two York line players really collided, and then eventually the StFX player hauls down the York. Oh, there's the physicality between these two teams as it is number 10 getting in his arms with Cordero, getting his arms around the York Lions player. That was the cause of that foul. Really obvious call. The through ball and the offside flag will go up as Zeppieri was just behind the last defender.
The scoreline here remains 1-0 for York, but we got to say StFX might be happy to get out of this half if it remains this way. They've faced 8 shots, 4 of them on goal, and even on top of that, so many quality crosses been sent into the box, especially from that left side.
And really, that last one we just saw coming in from the right side, that was very dangerous. It was just past the touch of Brook, as he just needed to get just even a toenail on that to send it towards the goal, and the Lions would have been up 2-0. As StFX, Barrowcliff down the right side, blocked there, and the York Lions trying to counter and will take over control deep inside their own end. Long ball looking for Brook. He will battle there, and Brook will get called for the foul. Some sportsmanship there as he will make sure that Badertha is okay. As a referee wanting the ball put back to where the foul occurred. X-Men trying to get a little bit of an advantage there. Pressure is what this York Lions team has had. Anytime StFX had that open ball, there's a player on it as Robinson again trying to make that cross. Leaves it there for Gill. York still without any substitutions in this first 38 minutes. StFX countering with 2 of their own. Spittle trying to find a lane as it's backed up. There's the cross looking for the head of Brook, and it just sailed over him. Robinson being overlapped by Fidalgo, not recognizing the run, and the ball sent behind the touchline for a goal kick.
We're not seeing too much presence in the box from York. As they transition forward, you see numbers up the pitch, but as that ball drops, they're getting heavily outnumbered by the StFX back line.
And there's what the pressure can do, forcing an unforced mistake by StFX, giving the throw in to the Lions deep inside StFX territory, looking for Brook. Looked like there was a little bit of a handball. He's getting away with it. As the official not catching that, he'll find his way into trying to get into that 6-yard box, but it's cleared away by the X-Men. X-Men carrying it up to the midfield. McIntyre getting his first touch of the game, sends it out of play off of the York Lions. Van Wychen looking to send a through ball. Great run there. Cadero looking for the cross, but there is no blue jersey there as it was sent through. And the first really good chance as Carbone makes a big save. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be a corner kick. But what a great look by Barrowcliff as he's trying to go short side. And Carbone with the long run when the dive towards that near post to his left with his first real save of this contest.
A great save, but a lapse like that is all it takes when the scoreline is this close.
Waters, right foot, will curve it to the dot, looking for the head of his teammate, and it will be cleared out of bounds. Throw in for the X-Men. Setting up. StFX trying to get something going here to continue this pressure that they've mounted for the last couple of minutes inside. It'll be shielded by the Lions as it goes for a goal kick. .41 minutes gone here. 3.5 left in the first 45 plus added time that we will be unsure of due to the discretion of the official. Really hasn't been much delay time in this first half, though, Maddie.
No, like you said earlier, for the most part, head official has been looking to let both teams play. Haven't seen any injuries up to this point, so I don't expect there to be much time added.
And there we see a call, and our first yellow card will be showing to Hall as trying to make the run down that left side, and the York Lion player gets tripped up.
Bit of a lackadaisical tackle there from Hall.
And our first booking of this contest of this national finals goes to the StFX. And we'll see what the York Lions elect to do as we're going to play the whistle as the official's been asked to count out the steps needed for the StFX wall to be set up. We'll wait and see who it is. It's Asatoda and Robinson both together at the ball. Look like it will be Asatoda to take the free kick. Looking to swing it into the box. And it's cleared away. Still battle. Finally cleared out of danger by StFX.
No threat from York on that second ball. StFX cleaned up quite well.
York looking to get a little lackadaisical here in the final minutes of this first half. They're going to try and hold on to this 1-goal lead here that they established coming in the 5th minute of this contest. Spittle trying to get some room on that right side. Looking to see if he can get by that last defender. Good battle there as the StFX player goes down, and he will concede the corner kick. Third corner of the half, and that's going to be the first time we're going to see it from the far corner for York.
York have so much pace in their attack going forward. You see them really try to exploit the wings.
From this far side, we're going to see Luca Asatola, the Vaughan native, to take this free kick as York really lining up with one player just inside the penalty spot, and then 5 more just inside the top of the box as the right foot will naturally have it curl away from the goal area. Looking for the head of Condello. He gets his first touch, and it will be finally cleared away by the X-Men. X-Men seeing that they can get something going on the counter attack. Barrowcliff now working the left side. We've seen him most times on this right side as it rolls out of bounds. It will be a StFX throw-in.
Again, it's that same second phase. StFX looking to transition off that corner. York needs to look to apply more pressure on that second ball.
StFX trying to get something going here in the final seconds of this first half to see if they can equalize things going into the break, as York just happy to clear it down the field. A foot race ensues as it gets cleared back to the goaltender, Diltz. Green now with it, taking his space as he moves it up this right side. Crosses half as 2 minutes have been added on to this half. So 2 minutes still to go in this first half, which saw the York Lions take a 1-0 lead. As StFX trying to counter with something here late, working the left side of the field as it goes out for a goal kick.
The momentum has been so heavily favored towards York throughout this half. We've seen StFX come into the game a little bit more, but still York looking to be the better team here.
York just taking some time off the clock. We're in the final minute of this half as it's cleared to midfield. StFX trying to get something going, but can't get it deep inside York territory as it's cleared, and it will be allowed to go out of bounds. StFX throw in on the far side. StFX will play it back, trying to get something started from the back line. Green now with it. To McIntyre, back to Green. Not happy with what he saw on this side, so he'll just swing it to the other. Really slowing the pace down here late. Great job by York to defuse the attack as they're trying to take that 1-goal lead into the break. York taking over with it. Asatola. He's got some space. He'll take it for a jog. Looking for Robinson. Can he get the corner? He does. And it will go out of play for a corner. No, it's going to be a goal kick, as the official will say it was last touch by the Lions.
Very well done by Hall.
The good run there as we take the last play as the ball goes out of bounds. And you can see there on the replay that it was last touched by Robinson. So a good call by the officials. And with that, the first half comes to a close as the York Lions take a 1-0 lead. Eagle Brook with the goal coming in the 5-minute mark. Well, Matty, a great first half of play. More to come up in this second half of play as we're going to take a few minutes break for this halftime. As coming up on the second half, we'll have more action here from Vaso's Field in Oshawa, Ontario. As you've been watching U Sports, coming up at halftime, the show will feature the Pepsi U Sports Champion Spotlight and the first half stats and highlights. When we return to Halifax, the score at the end of the first half is the York Lions 1, the StFX X-Men 0, as you've been watching U Sports here on CBC.
All the goals.
That is a worldie!
All the drama.
That is absolute chaos!
It all leads to this.
Are you kidding me?
The Canadian Premier League Final, Saturday at 3 Eastern.
How are your investments doing?
That was on purpose. You know that topic always throws me off.
Lots of people feel that way.
But don't worry, BMO's got advice to spare with any investment guidance and support you need.
I need some.
And you'll get it with personalized investing recommendations to help you feel confident in your decisions.
I'm curious. Do you roll as good as you help?
Bowling mode.
It's yes, by the way.
BMO.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. Earlier this fall, U Sports and PepsiCo Foods Canada announced an innovative partnership, making a significant step towards supporting the career development of student athletes and positively impacting the future of Canadian university sport. They're proud to bring you the PepsiCo Foods Canada U Sports Champion Spotlight. Today, Sarah Saeed is joined by PepsiCo Foods Canada's Katie DeVoe, a former Brock University student athlete, to discuss Katie's journey through university sport and the partnership.
I'm with Katie DeVoe from PepsiCo Foods Canada, who is also a former Brock Badgers figure skater. Katie, can you tell us a little bit about what it was like to be a student athlete and a figure skater at Brock?
I competed for Brock from 2014 to 2018 on the figure skating team. I had a ton of fun. I met a ton of like-minded individuals where we were able to share our passion for figure skating. While also pursuing our academics. In grade 12, I had a decision to make whether to continue pursue competitive figure skating or go off to school. And I made the hard decision to go off to school, but luckily there's a skating team. And all the individuals on the team, they were able to push me, coach me. I'm friends with a lot of them today. I travel with them and stay connected, which is awesome. So it truly impacted my university experience in such a positive way, and I wouldn't have done it any different.
How has the figure skating and just competing as an athlete kind of helped you to get to where you are right now?
I know at the end of the day, I wouldn't be where I am today without all of my athletic experience. You learn how to be resilient. That's a really big lesson that I learned, and who you can rely on for support as well. As I graduated, I would say the skating piece stuck with me for about 2 years, just from more of like a emotional and personal standpoint. It has come up in every interview that I've done. It has come up from my colleagues and all of that. So I would say it's taken about 2 years to kind of push through that identity shift that would occur. I used to be an athlete. I can appreciate and honor all of the things that it has given me and where it got me to where I am today, because I know I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for those 10 years of skating. I'm really looking forward to how we can improve the experience, improve the transition to post-graduation life, and just support those athletes in the next 3 years. And I'm so happy to be doing it in my day-to-day. I'm so happy to be doing it in my current role and with PepsiCo Foods Canada. Connecting with athletes is something that I love to do. And now that I can incorporate that and bring that into my day-to-day at work is amazing. And it truly just makes me smile. It makes my heart full from like that emotional side, and knowing that I can help and impact others' athletic journeys and career journeys and help them with that transition through some of the activations that we're going to be doing with this partnership. So I really look forward to seeing where we can take that.
Thank you so much, Katie, for taking the time to sit with us and share your experiences U Sports is really looking forward to our ongoing partnership with PepsiCo Foods Canada over the next 3 years.
Thank you for having me.
After this timeout, we'll meet the nominees and award winners for the U Sports Rookie of the Year award. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Where exceptional student athletes are born. Where records are broken. Where great plays are made. Where school colors ignite passion. Where champions prevail. Where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
La dépendance à la nicotine se manifeste sournoisement. Méfie-toi.
Sports on CBC. Every year, U Sports celebrates its best student athletes, honoring major accomplishments in each sport. Here are the nominees and winner of the 2024 U Sports Rookie of the Year.
The nominees for the 2024 Lou Billick Award for the U Sports Men's Soccer Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le prix Lou Billick décerné à la recrue de l'année 2024 en soccer masculin, du sport universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Mohamed Tolba, Université Dalhousie University, du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec, from the RCQ, Samir Gia, Université de Montréal, University of Montreal, des sports universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Luca Achitola, Université York University, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Henri Gobou, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, University of British Columbia. Le lauréat du prix Lou Billick en tant que recrue de l'année en soccer masculin U-Sport est, the winner of the Lou Billick Award as U-Sports Men's Soccer Rookie of the Year is Luca Achitola, Université York University.
Back, we'll take a look at the game stats and the play of the half. York leads StFX 1-0. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Nicotine addiction sneaks up on you. Beware.
All the goals.
That is a worldie!
All the drama.
That is absolute chaos!
It all leads to this.
Are you kidding me?
The Canadian Premier League Final, Saturday at 3 Eastern.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Nuclear power is lighting the path to the future. A future where clean, reliable electricity meets rising energy needs. A future with a prosperous economy founded on job growth. A future where new medical isotopes triumph over disease. For decades, Bruce Power has provided clean, reliable energy to Ontario and cancer-fighting isotopes across the globe, and will continue to play a vital role in powering a clean economy for the next generation.
Welcome back to Vaso's Field here in Oshawa, Ontario, as you've been watching U Sports Men's Soccer Championship here on CBC, where after 45 minutes of play, it's the York Lions leading the StFX X-Men by a score of 1-0. Quick review of the first half stats. 8 shots towards the goal for the York Lions compared to only 4 for the StFX X-Men. A quick look at the goal that was scored. A nice cross there. Great save originally by Dillitz, but Brooke there for the rebound as he tucks it in for the only goal of the first half, as we're just seconds away from the start of this second half. Let's take another look at the goal from a different angle. We see the StFX player unfortunately not able to cover Brooke as he tucks it in the celebration with the bench to ensues. This is Derek Lindman alongside Maddie May for today's action. Maddie, how does StFX make changes at halftime to come out to try and get back on level ground?
Well, StFX, they really have to be more confident in their build going forward. We saw them start to force the ball towards York's back line, and they kept turning possession over. Here, we hope to see them settle into the game a little bit more. Momentum was so heavily in York's favor. Hopefully with a fresh start for StFX, they can get into the game.
Let's get you caught up on who's on the field currently for StFX. Number 5, Luke Green. Number 7, Logan Rick. Number 9, Isaac Van Wychen. Number 10, Kyle Cordero. 13, Dylan Dianville. 14, Fergus Hall. 15, Damien Ditkacker. 16, Max Budurtha. 19, Samuel Borcliffe. 21, Noah McIntyre. And the keeper, Samuel Diltz. And for the York Lions currently on the field, we have Gianluca Condello, Kelvin Ramirez, Matthew Mendoris, Christian Zappieri, Ryan Robinson, Luca Acetola, Nick Spittle, Yigal Brook, Menvir Gill, James Fidalgo, and the keeper, Aliso Carbone are the 11 currently on the field as York Lions get an early attack going, trying to test Samuel Diltz early in the second half. It took only 5 minutes of that opening half to get the goal for the York Lions. And really, StFX played from behind, trying to get out of their zone quite a bit in that first half, Maddie.
Yeah, after that goal, it continued to just be York. Applying pressure, looking to get forward, a number of dangerous chances in the box, but they weren't able to capitalize after the 6 minute.
For head coach of the StFX, Graham Kennedy, who has been with the program for 11 seasons now, leading the StFX X-Men to their 3rd consecutive national championship. They won the AUS champs this year, along with last season also. So StFX coming in with a lot of experience at this level of play as they will clear it out of bounds as the ball just ricocheting off the building below our feet. Throw in for the Lions. Condello to get the ball back into play. Didn't really see much action from the official, especially the middle official, allowing play to go on through that first 45. Play just at the midfield stripe, controlled by Ryan Robinson. Mentioned his name numerous times throughout as that looked like it was out of bounds. And yes, the AR has his flag up. So it will be StFX with the throw-in just underneath our booth. DeDecker will get play back underway as he gets it back, and we'll just reset it all the way back to Fergus Hall. One of the two replacements that came in for StFX in the opening half of play, as StFX tried to counter that attack by the York Lions, as Hall was inserted for a little bit of help on that back line. Van Wychen trying to get it through, working that right side, looking for a lane. The cross, the handball was being called for by the StFX, but not in the eyes of the official. So did the York Lions get away with one there in the box? Barrowclough looking to cross it off the head of Ville and into the waiting hands of the keeper, Carbone.
The official is quite hesitant to blow the whistle when the ball is in the box. That's the third appeal for a PK in this game.
And I got to talk from experience. I'm an official myself, and when it comes to those in the box, you've got to be 100% sure, especially without review, to make those calls going at such a pace of play in real time. Those calls are really difficult to make, especially when sometimes you get blocked out by other opponents. As StFX trying to get something going here in this second half as they find themselves trailing the York Lions still by a goal of 1-0. Logan Rick trying to set things up, and he'll just switch the sides. Barrowcliff on the near side, working against the pair. Swings it towards the back post. Nobody there but the head of the York Lions player, Fidalgo. StFX trying to push again. Swing it in. This one's cleared away by Medeiros, and it will go out for a corner off the back end of one of the York Lions players as the Lions in their white kits moving left to right across your screens wearing the right numbering. Corner kick coming on the far side. As well, see the right foot coming up naturally for it to swing out. Playing it on the ground to the near post, cleared away by Brook, who had that opening goal for the Lions. StFX trying to counter here. Rick trying to get it into the box area, into the 18-yard, and the Lions just having nothing of it as they take it down. Asatola got some room, looking to use his speed, looking for Robinson, and a great slide by DeDecker, the knock, and turn away the Lions. Bringing it to the near side. Looking for Barrowcliff. Great job by Condello to intercept that. As the Lions really holding that back line solid. And the pressure forcing the X-Men to play it out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for the Lions right at midfield.
StFX was lucky to get out of that first half, only down 1-0. But we see them start to look like a bit of a different team here.
Ball is kept in on the near side, and it goes out for a Lions throw-in. Working with this right side, Gianluca Condello, the third-year civil engineering student out of Woodbridge, Ontario, throwing it in for the Lions as it's taken over at midfield by StFX. But a great job back on the back check by Zippieri, the U Sports Player of the Year. We'll see more about him later on in the tournament as the Lions looking for more here as we've played 7 minutes in this second half.
York is just so good in that defensive transition, immediately swarming the ball. The amount of times they've been able to win it back with that back press.
Bruck with a shot on goal off the fingertips of the goaltender, Diltz. He had to make an acrobatic save there to knock it over the crossbar as Brook was able to get that on the left foot, directing it towards goal, trying to send it near the near side as Diltz with the acrobatic save, and it's going to be a corner kick for the York Lions. First of the second half for the Lions as it comes from the far side, curling it towards the goal, punched away by Diltz, and eventually cleared by the X-Men.
Great delivery, but again, that second phase from StFX.
Ville making a run. Nice through ball played by Rick, and it just is turned away by the Lions as they get back on the defensive side of the ball. And it will be a goal kick coming up for the Lions. York only conceding 2 shots on goal so far through the first 54 minutes of play. StFX has directed 6 shots towards the net, and only 2 of those resulting in saves for the keeper Carbone, as a little battle on the back is called, and it will give the York Lions, as they play the ball quickly, to reset after that free kick is given. They're going to work it down that left side, as they did numerous in the first half. Not liking, they'll just reset. Calvin Ramirez now with it. He'll play catch with his counterpart Candello. Now they'll elect to use Carbone involved as they're trying to slow things down to really see if they can find a way through the back line. Spittle working, is turned away, and it's cleared out to the midfield. York trying to settle things down as they'll play it on the turf. Back it goes to Menderos. Gill looking at some miscommunication as Carbone gets run over, and that's going to draw our second yellow as it's going to go against, that's Diane Ville of StFX, as the keeper is still down on the turf. Alysso Carbone, the 4th-year kinesiology student, still down, getting the attention of the trainer. There we take a look at Carmen Isako, the head coach of the York Lions. He's in his 18th season with the York Lions as the official, making sure that the keeper, Carbone, is okay and is able to continue on in his game. And maybe some words about the contact happening there. And if it's a player that goes down and needing the attention, usually we see them having to be removed from the pitch. And here he gets the opportunity to stay on. Is there different criteria, Maddie, for a keeper being removed versus a player?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be good to go here. We don't have keepers leave the field, but if a player requires medical attention, they do have to step off and be waved back on by the official.
And it will go out of bounds on the far side. Full house here at Vaso's Field in Oshawa for the 2024 Bruce Power U Sports Men's Championship. This being the first of 4 quarterfinals being played today, as it was Dylan Jones picking up the yellow card for StFX. And later on at 1:30, we will see the Montreal Carabins, the RSEQ champions, taking on Canada's West runner-up, the Mount Royal Cougars. You can catch all of that action here on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. As play, York trying to look for some insurance. As Brook with it, he'll play it right back to the defender Condello. York line really getting their back line involved in the offensive thread here as they're trying to hem those blue jerseys of the X-Men deep inside their zone. Van Wychen allowed to move it up as he'll clear it to the outside. Back to the middle, Van Wychen trying to play a through ball. Well played by James Fidalgo as he watches come over his shoulder, and it'll be out of play, and it will be a York throw-in.
York seems to be giving StFX a little bit more space and time on the ball, allowing them to build, but they're still not able to break through there.
StFX trying to slow things down and see if they can find a way to get through that York Lions armor that has been so solid through the first 58 minutes of play. As StFX just trying to meticulously work that back line. Friday semifinals will be on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca, while the consolation semifinals will be exclusive to CBC Sports YouTube channel. And a reminder to catch the gold medal final Sunday right here on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sport YouTube. As York trying to work the right side, Asatola gets taken down, pleading his case to the official, going nowhere as play is allowed to go on, and StFX gets turned back at midfield. StFX still trying to find a way to create something going here as they work just in front of us. Barrowcliff back to DeDecker. He'll even send it even further back to Bodertha. Bodertha taking the space that is given to him. Van Wychen. DeDecker now. Really slowing the pace down. Stepping up for the York Lions, forcing them to play that ball through, was Matthew Menderos, as it goes into the hands of Carbone. Carbone very active in his play out of the goal area, likes to be involved, especially when setting up the plays moving forward. As we see, that's Robinson with it, looking for something, doesn't like it, so he'll go back to Menderos. To the fellow center back Ramirez. We'll get it right back. York not in any hurry to get anything going here. Happy with being in possession of the ball as the clock ticks. York up 1-0 here, an hour into this contest. We've just gone over the 60-minute mark, trying to work the left side. Robinson trying to get it through. It's intercepted, and it'll be cleared away. StFX trying to counterattack here. Barrowcliff will take it down the left side. Looking. Leaves it off for Rick. Rick sends it towards goal from distance, and that just sails above the crossbars. It was watched by Carbone.
It's a great opportunity for StFX. York's left so much space there in the midfield. If he could just keep that ball a little lower.
Great look there as one of the most dangerous chances, Logan Rick, who was our player to watch today for the StFX, had a good chance at goal. Unfortunately, just getting under it a little bit. And now the York Lions, Robinson with an opportunity, gets pushed and not seen there by the officials. You can really hear the York Lions bench pleading their case, and just nothing going there as play allowed to carry on. Throw in coming in for the York Lions as we can really hear the benches from our perch. We're more in the vicinity of the York Lions bench, so we can hear them a little better. And the fourth official is going over there just to calm things down as he's in direct communication with the middle official via the headsets. And that's been such a great addition, that fourth official, able to really control the sideline between the two benches. StFX trying to look for some way to maneuver their way and get a good look at goal, as they've been stymied through 62 minutes now. The champions of the AUS, they were able to beat UNB by a score of 1-0 in that championship game last weekend. As York with an opportunity, Spittle with a shot towards goal is blocked, but it goes out of bounds and York will remain in possession.
We see how effective that high press is again from York. A little bit too casual from the center backs on StFX. It's where they're getting stripped of the ball time and time again.
And really, that's the big difference as it goes out for a goal kick, is the amount of time that the back line and the keeper have with the ball. StFX is allowing the back line of York to really play with it, maneuver the ball back and forth, utilize the goaltender. When StFX has the ball on the back line, you got a York line player all over them, really forcing the issue, trying to get those turnovers. And you see it time and time again. That's resulting in an offensive attack for the Lions.
Absolutely. And at the beginning of this half, we see York sit back just a little further. But as they start to press, you can see it make a huge difference.
And that one's played back to Dilts. He'll play it. Again, looking like a little bit of backspin on that ball, catching the wind just slightly as it's a gorgeous day here in Oshawa. It is currently 12 degrees down at field level and really not much wind. What a glorious day on a November afternoon for soccer action as the free kick given to York. They'll just play it quickly, keeping possession of the ball. Ramirez. He'll start the push up, looking for Brook. Neither team making substitutions since the halftime exchange. StFX, that's Rick with it. Not happy what we saw. Sends it back as StFX will now work the left side. Barrowcliff bringing it down. Great job taken away by Condello. He'll pick up the ball. He'll send it down the right side, realizing it was too far ahead. Brook will just watch it and conserve his energy as it rolls down on goal. Dilch will handle it and get it back into play quickly.
StFX is not finding very much success on the flanks here. The few opportunities they've been able to build forward, they've played through the middle. Be very beneficial for them to continue to look through their midfield.
Ville going down in the box, official not having anything of it as some more battle ensues. And here comes a break down the left side. Robinson gets taken down, and this time they will get the penalty kick. Penalty kicks in the regular season saw the York Lions 3 for 3 from the spot as Ryan Robinson gets taken down, takes a look back at the official, and is giving the penalty kick 65 minutes into the contest, and the York Lions with a great opportunity to add a little insurance.
Yeah, that's that transition again going forward, and StFX defenders done a great job to track back and looking to make that tackle, but unfortunately for him, they've called him a PK.
And it will be the player of the year, Christian Zeppieri, to take the kick, looking for his first of the championship. Zeppieri ready. Looks like he'll run at it from a straight-on position. The keeper is ready. The right foot attack sent to the far post on the ground, and the Lions have a 2-0 lead.
What a great penalty kick.
And what a perfect placement for Zeppieri, getting his first of the championship, tucking it just inside that left post, keeping it low on the turf. And Dilt's not even making a guess, not recognizing which way to go as he stays stationary in the middle of the goal. Here's another look at it. Zeppieri with a perfect approach, and Dilt's nothing of it, as now StFX forced to really increase, and we're going to get a yellow card delivered to the bench after the penalty kick, and before the before play gets resumed, we have some substitutions ready to come on. A pair of Lions ready at the halfway mark, along with another X-Men. We will not have those until the next stoppage of play. StFX a little antsy, jumping the whistle. 67 minutes gone. York Lions now up 2-0. Ball played long as it's cleared away by Fidalgo. We'll see how this York Lions defense can really handle the pressure, as the substitutions will still have to wait. As getting ready to come on for York is Matthew Fisher and Justin Cicello, both getting warmed up and ready to enter this contest. And for the StFX, Cameron Shaw getting ready to come on. StFX trying to find a way to get through this back line. What a job by this York Lions squad so far.
Yeah, we see our U Sports Player of the Year, Christian Zepieri, being a little bit more quiet today than usual, but steps up so calm and collected. No mistake on that penalty kick.
And like we've seen time and time again, StFX somehow gets into the box. York gets an easy turnover and clears the zone. And that's exactly all York needs to do for the final 22 minutes if they want to get out of here with that quarterfinal victory and move on to tomorrow afternoon's semifinal action. That's coming up later today. The second quarterfinal action will feature the Montreal Caravan taking on the Mount Royal Cougars. That is scheduled for roughly 1:30 here. And we'll be happy to bring you all of the action on CBC as StFX looking to bring the ball back up the field. Hall, one of the substitutions that came on in the first half of play, has sent down Ville, looking to make a run, tries to keep it in and can't, and it goes out for a goal kick. And now we will get those substitutions that have been waiting at the midfield stripe. And for the StFX, there will be announced first. That's Cameron Shaw will be coming in to replace Samuel Barrowcliff. And for the York Lions, entering will be Matthew Fisher and Justin Cicello. Exiting the contest will be Luca Acetola alongside Ryan Robinson. Robinson having an excellent game, getting removed at the 69-minute mark. Very involved in the offensive and really controlling the play for the York Lions.
Yeah, in that first half, we saw Robinson break down the left side over and over again, playing dangerous balls into the box. Didn't see York build up that side as much in the second half, but still effective nonetheless.
Ville trying to get a run going for StFX as he has it knocked away, and it's kept alive by the York Lions as they have numbers. Everywhere you look, there seems to be York Lions players in bunches, not allowing StFX much time and space with the ball. We do see them have a little bit of space in the backfield as York starting to sit back a little bit as it's played to the outside. Green with it. StFX showing that they're in no hurry. They still have 20 minutes to try and get to a big deficit here in soccer as it's cleared away off the back line by Ramirez. StFX just continuing to run into that back line of the York Lions. Jumping over is Ville, hurdling the defender, but a second one is there to put pressure on Ville. Crossover looking for Van Wychen. Leaves it off. McIntyre to the near side to Decker. Trying to get that left foot cross into the box area. Run out of room and it's cleared away. A hard tackle there. And we'll see the result of the play. Looks like it's going to be a free kick given to the Lions as a physicality, really, as the player. It's Damien DeDecker getting a spoken to from the official, giving that free kick to the Lions. So the StFX getting deep inside, and they get called for a offense, giving the ball to York. Not needed at this time as StFX trails by 2. Looking for a through ball. It's taken away. Hall will clear it up to the far side. Ville, who came on at the midfield time, and he goes down, looks to be in some pain, and that's going to get the attention of the official, and York will will pick up their first yellow card of the contest. As Ville being allowed to go down that right side, the tackle as he goes head over heels, tumbling to the ground, and a dangerous free kick coming up, awarded to StFX.
With under 20 minutes left to play, it comes down to game management now for the York Lions. It's where experience comes in, a little bit of maturity. Have to avoid giving up free kicks in these areas. York has all their numbers in the box now to defend this.
Green trying to get the number on that free kick. The right foot delivered, kept it low, and it's cleared away from the front post by the Lions. They will clear it out of bounds, and that will give York an opportunity to get back into their proper formation. Just over 15 minutes to go here. York adding another one as Ville gets taken down again. Pleading is a case, this time falling in deaf ears. Van Weichen back to Ville. Ville working that top corner of the box. Tackles, tries to get it back. And another tackle by the York Lions. Everyone just sliding on the ground. And York comes out with the ball. They'll just play it long. As the more time the ball is away from their end, the better chance for them to come out of here with this victory to advance to the semifinals. Chance there for York. Not happy as they regroup as it goes back to Condello. Working the right side. Spittle gives it away. StFX trying to use something here. Trying to get something going. Looking for the near side. Goes off the hand. It looks like it went off the stomach of Manveer Gill as he was hunched over momentarily as the keeper, Alicio Carbon, will momentarily wait to get his hands on it.
Great back press by Shaw there for that regain, but StFX were not able to keep possession.
Free kick given at the half-field stripe as Matthew Fisher gets taken down from behind, and York will take over with the free kick. They elect just to keep possession and slowly get it back into play. All the way go back to the keeper, Carbone. We've seen this time and time again. York really being allowed to use that back line effectively. That ball a little too far ahead and will be allowed to run behind the end line for the goal kick. York wanting the pressure right away. You can hear that as a very animated Carmine Isako getting involved, trying to get his team to pressure as much as they can in the defensive zone. StFX moving it out on the near side. Shaw trying to get by, takes an elbow to the face. Play is allowed to go on as the fourth official saying that there was nothing there. StFX now working the right side. Near post, sent too far by Ville, and it will be goal kick coming up for York. Cameron Shaw, as we take a look at that elbow, whether or not it made contact, the official allowing play to carry on as York will use the near side. StFX will take it away, but they give it right back. Down the left side, Spittle. Condello now looking to get it in behind that last line of defense. It goes off the foot of the Decker of StFX, and it will be a corner kick coming up for the York Lions. They're in no rush to get over there to take this corner. Good look there of the keeper of StFX. That's Samuel Diltz, the fourth-year student out of Newmarket, Ontario, who's studying human kinetics at StFX. Coming over to take the corner is Matthew Fisher, recently inserted, the second-year kinesiology student out of Toronto, Ontario. York keeping the ball deep in this contest. Holding on to that 2-0 lead, trying to drive down the near side. Off the side of the goal, it goes for a goal kick.
York unable to convert on 4 corners now. You got to think throughout this tournament, set pieces are going to be very important. Great deliveries into the box. They need to find a way to get on the end of them.
Another substitution for the X-Men that's coming on is Miroslav Zastefny, taking the spot of Isaac Van Wygen. So we'll see if Zastefny can provide that offensive punch that Graham Kennedy has been looking for out of his X-Men. Pressure. This is what the pressure that the coach wanted for the Lions. On that kick as soon as it is taken. StFX really having trouble getting set up as a result of it. Looking for a way to advance the ball. It has to go all the way back to the keeper, Diltz. StFX just having nothing, nowhere to turn to. Every time you turn is a York Lions play. StFX trying to come down the left side now. Damien DeDecker, nice little stop, gets it back. McIntyre as the X-Men swing the field to the far side. Into the box area it goes. Coming out off of his line was Carbone. Nicely played there. Well read by the keeper.
Van Wygen exits the game for StFX, but I think he was bringing a little bit of composure in that midfield. It was too bad they weren't able to get him on the ball a little bit more.
StFX just has not been able to counter anything this York Lions has thrown at them, as Brooke trying to get through, as StFX trying to get something going here as we approach the 80-minute mark. That cross off the foot as Stefany goes out of play, and it will be a corner kick. So the StFX will have a glorious opportunity to try and cut this lead in half. Cameron Shaw will come to take this corner for the Axemen as they set up 2-3 low as they get the height of Baderatha on the goal line. The right foot naturally should curl it towards the goal. Punched away by Carbone as he extends to all of his limits to keep that and knock it out of play. Throw-in coming up on the far side for StFX.
Great read by Carbone there.
Carbone, who played all but one contest this year for the York Lions, being really active, not being the busiest of the two keepers, but has been excellently composed in the net this afternoon for the Lions. Turning away now, 2 shots on goal. We've seen him do more active involved than just 2 saves. We've seen him as he did there, punching shots away, getting the ball away from danger, and that's what you want from a keeper, is one that can read the play and be very active.
Yeah, these moments, they come in a second, and being able to stay locked into the game and show up when it counts, it's what you really, really appreciate when you're on the field.
Another cross off the foot of Rick, and it's going to be cleared away by York. Gill will just clear it down as it's being chased down. A foot race ensues by Hall and Brook, and Hall will play it back to the keeper. Working the near side. More pressure being shown by the York Lions, forcing that turnover. Gill looking for Zeppareri. He scored just in the second half on that PK to give the Lions that 2-0 lead, and the Lions will get a corner kick here 82 minutes into this contest. And it'll be Fisher to come across to take the corner on the near side. The 5th of the game for the Lions. The right foot Fisher will play it short this time. Zipperary back to Fisher. Little give and go, trying to get it into the box area. Couldn't get much on it, and it's cleared away out of danger by the X-Men.
Within the last 10 minutes here, again, coming back to game management, York still looks confident to go towards goal and looking for a third one.
The third one will all but do it for the end of this match as it goes out of bounds. FX will take over. That's StFX out of Antigonish, Nova Scotia. A very popular school, well known across the country as the ball is played all the way back to the Lions keeper. Carbone will play it to the midfield stripe, headed away, flipped on by Condello, and an offside call. That's only the second offside I remember in this contest.
Yeah. What's happening a lot when the ball gets sent towards StFX's back line is the aerial balls are being won, and we don't find York getting in behind so much.
And every time it seems that StFX always, when they try and play that aerial ball through the back line, it's the Lions that come down and win those high balls, those aerial balls, and not allowing anything to get set up. StFX is yet to be called for offside in this contest. The two offsides that we've talked about have both been called against the York Lions, as StFX just having trouble penetrating that back line. Ville gets it into Shaw, and it's cleared away. Brook in a foot race again. This time it's against Boudurtha, and Boudurtha will get to the ball first. StFX slowing things down to Decker. That's McIntyre back to Decker. All the way back it goes to Boudurtha. They'll just switch the side of the field as they move to the far side in front of that York faithful that have come all the way from Toronto to cheer on their fellow Lions. Rick getting it to the outside. Looking to get things through was Green. Did not like what he saw, so he'll just send it back into the middle to McIntyre. Somehow, StFX has to start pushing it towards the goal as it's cleared away off the head of Spittle as he's come back to help out in the defensive zone. A great read there by Medeiros to get to that ball first, and Gill with a great sliding tackle to win the ball. Gill back to Medeiros. He'll just play it long, and the Lions just happy to get the ball away from their goal.
York starting to sit a little bit more defensively. See a little bit more pressure as well coming from StFX.
And the Lions just really great at anticipating those passes. It was last touched by the Lions, Zeppieri, and the StFX will take over for a throw-in as they get play back underway.
The Lions have so much pace, and it's been so difficult for StFX to deal with. Ball at their feet, super dangerous as well.
StFX trying to penetrate again, as they can't even find a way into the box area. As going down on one knee was Calvin Ramirez to intercept that pass. As the X-Men forced to retreat to their own side of half before they start the attack again. Green, McIntyre. Trying the through ball. Ville gets it. Will kick it outside on the overlap. Green looking for a way. Trying to get that run through was Shaw. And the York Lions come away with the ball, and it's cleared back to the StFX side of the field.
Beautifully timed tackle.
We're approaching the 87-minute mark here, and it's the York Lions by the strength of a goal on each half, leading the StFX X-Men by a score of 2-0. McIntyre looking for a way as Gill is in the box, stretching out that leg. Looked like he might be cramping up a little bit as the ball is sent down, as Carbone will keep it from going beyond the end line. He'll wait until some pressure comes before picking it up with those mitts that he has on his hands. Directing traffic, asking his teammates to tuck in and get long. Big backspin kick delivered, looking for Brook. He's battling against Butertha. McIntyre now for StFX. Looking for Ville. Taken away by York. York trying to add one more. Taken down was the Lions player, awarding York with their 4th free kick of the half. And another substitution coming in as we take a look at the tackle there, sending the Lions player to the turf. As coming off is Christian Zeppieri, the U Sports Player of the Year, getting replaced in the 88th minute as he will come out off after adding the second goal on the PK for a little bit of added defensive help coming in the form of Maverick Wright. Fisher just happy to play the ball back for possession for the Lions as they try and move it down the field. Just over 11 minutes to go here on clock time. We'll still have some added time based on a couple of injuries here in the second half and some bookings that will add some time on, but not much so far to talk of as StFX trying to find them way out of this 2-goal deficit. Ville on the far side. Looking, coming in to help out is Hall. Hall will get it back from McIntyre. Nothing there as it goes back. McIntyre all the way back. It goes to the last defender. Bordurtha is that final defender. And all the 11 players falling back. The 10 dressed forwards or dressed players coming back also to help out. Stepney has it taken away by Brook. And Brook trying to take it down, goes flying over top of the sliding tackle to Decker, and the Lions will get the throw in.
Manveer Gill has been very, very good defensively.
And that gets overlooked. A midfielder, when you're talking about attacking versus defending midfielders, a good defender midfielders such as Gill we've seen a lot of times get overlooked, but it's really great to see how in big games like this they get a lot of acknowledgement as it's played. Stepnia.
Yeah, Gill's really showed up here. The timing of his tackles and the way he's able to regain the ball for York has made a huge difference.
So the 90 minutes have been run off the clock, and we've been notified 4 minutes of added time will be added on to the second half of this contest. As the York Lions looking to advance to tomorrow afternoon semifinals, where the winner of this contest will take on the winner of the Montreal Carabin Mount Royal Cougars game that will be coming up after the conclusion of this one. Played in off the foot of Menderos. StFX trying to push, scores the goal, and StFX gets on the board as it is Logan Rick with the left foot volley over top of the keeper. 2-1, York Lions lead.
What a finish that is.
And it's not the hardest of the shots as that left foot by Rick finds it over top the stretched arm of Carbone, and with 3 minutes remaining, StFX comes alive, and it's down to 1 goal. 2-1 now, the York Lions lead as another substitution coming on, as it is Pedro Aparicio taking the spot of Nick Spittle, as York trying to hold on for the quarterfinal victory.
It's a beautiful first touch there to gain some space on the goal.
Yeah, Rick kind of volleying it to himself, using that right to kind of pop it over the defender before finishing it off with the perfectly placed left foot. As the StFX trying to move it down, well cleared out by Condello, having no respect for the tent that was set up on the sideline. Throw in coming in as it's being directed. It'll be taken by Damian DeDecker. He'll get it quickly in play. To the goal scorer, Rick. Looking to get it to Stephanie. And it will be played out again. This time it will be the Lions getting the throw in. The official just saying to StFX captain that this time will be added on, as the captain is Kyle Cordero of StFX, the forward of StFX, trying to get back on level ground. Looked like they were destined to fall here, but somehow have found a way to hit the score sheet. Condello will take the throw in. He'll try and get a few extra feet before delivering it. Fisher will just clear it down to the far corner, forcing Diltz to come out to play it. He'll quickly get it up as StFX pushing here late in the second half. Goes through the legs of Phil, working on the near side. McIntyre looking to swing it out. He's got the Decker way out wide. Decker's going to have to find a way to cross it into the box, but it goes behind the goal for the goal kick.
Fatigue has set in for both teams, and execution becomes so important. It's just not quite there for StFX.
Carbone looking to, again, play this one long off the goal kick. We can hear the coach saying we need a clearance to get this ball down the field, and that's exactly what Carbone does. We'll get it down into the StFX territory, where the York Lions trying to tie things up at the midfield stripe. McIntyre, left foot, can't get it to go as he hit it into the back of Cicello. And a tackle there, that's going to draw the yellow card, and that's going to be Noah McIntyre getting into the book for that yellow.
Again, it's that execution. Misplayed pass leading to a desperate tackle.
Justin Cicello slow to get up as the York Lions getting rewarded with that free kick. As the spectators had been treated to an outstanding soccer game here today. York Lions striking quick in the first half, scoring just over 5 minutes into the contest, adding a second on a PK in the second half before a late goal. And the final whistle goes, and it's the York Lions winning the quarterfinal matchup with a 2-1 victory over the StFX X-Men. Well, Maddie, a great contest here to open up the 2024 Bruce Power U Sports Men's Soccer Championship from Oshawa.
York off to a great start for the tournament, absolutely putting on a show. Just looked like another class in that first half.
And really a different class altogether. It was a late goal that erased the clean sheet of Alicio Carbone, but the York Lions advancing to the semifinals. 3 more quarterfinal matchups still to come here on quarterfinal Thursday. The next one we'll see the Royal Caribbean taking on the Mount Royal Cougars. We'll have that action coming up after the conclusion of this one. And then later today, a pair of more quarterfinals coming up.
York will be keeping a close eye on this next game here to see who they will be taking on in the semifinal.
The other 2 quarterfinals today will later on see the UBC Thunderbirds taking on UNB, and then the final game of the day will see the host Ontario Tech Ridgebacks take on the McGill Redbirds. A pair of great matchups there. Really looking forward to a great weekend of soccer, and if this action here in game number 1 is anything to come, we're in for an exciting weekend of soccer action that will conclude Sunday afternoon with that gold medal game. You can catch it right here on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC Sport YouTube. As we're moments away, still just trying to get the final word on the player of the games. And you know what? A lot of great players out there for the York Lions. You had the player of the year, Kristen Zeppieri, picking up that PK goal, tucking that in on the left-hand side. We've seen the 4th-year engineering student, the freshman neuroscience, Eagle Brook out of Vancouver, opening up the scoring 5.5 minutes into the game. And then we got to see Logan Rick with that beautiful left foot to get the StFX X-Men on the board. All around a well-played game by both teams, and York just finding a way to get through to the semifinal action.
I think, again, we have to give a nod to Ryan Robinson just in that first half, controlling play, burning those fullbacks over and over again.
And really tough in this contest to kind of pick out those players of the game. Like I said, we've seen numerous great action. Some of the York fans getting hugs from the family members of their players as we see them going over to celebrate with the fans that made their trip. As not only do we have the fans exiting that came to watch this first game, but we got the fans coming in to watch the second game that will come up momentarily, as the York Lions celebrating their victory, the OUA finalists who fell to the Ontario Tech Ridgebacks by a score of 2-1. As the York Lions come away with a 2-1 victory of this first quarterfinal, as the York Lions really controlling a lot of the offensive or of the stats, outshooting the StFX X-Men 14-9, recording 5 more shots on target. 7-2 were the shots on target, and the corner kicks really 6-3 in favor of the Lions. As we take a look at our players of the game, and for the York Lions, you talked about him momentarily, it was that defending middle fielder Manveer Gill, who had an excellent game on the defensive side of the ball along with the offensive side. And for the StFX, Noah McIntyre, who came on in the second half, really influential in getting things started from the backfield, setting up that first goal, and it was a great start to the men's championships here from Vaso's Field in Oshawa, Ontario, where the York Lions get out of here with a 2-1 victory, punching their ticket into the semifinals. Our next game comes your way at 1:30 roughly, when the Montreal Caravan face the Mount Royal Cougars. On behalf of everyone in the truck, especially producer Casey Dobson, and our U Sports ISI live team here in Oshawa, this is Derek Lindemann thanking you for joining us. The final score, it's the York Lions defeating the StFX X-Men by a score of 2-1. You've been watching U Sports on CBC, where champions are made.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Barraburn Medical Supplies, Les Bag Baron Rings, et par Bruce Power, and by Bruce Power.